Despite having lived in multiple states, working on Wall Street, and living in Spain, all prior to 2011, I didn't actually break ground on my real destiny until I was 31 years old. Before that, the words Costa Rica were not a part of my vocabulary. Surely I knew of its existence, but had no idea it would become the crucible of my soul's calling. Never in my life have I been through more arduous struggle, stacked on top of every brand of repressed quality, trait, and characteristic I had in my resume of life experience. Some people call this shadow work. In the earlier years of my story in Costa Rica, I simply referred to it as survival. My ambition to live in the rainforest was seeded by the participation in the 9/11 Truth Movement in New York about 2 years before I moved to Central America. I had been gallivanting on my high horse, talking about freedom, liberty, and responsibility, all the while enjoying the privilege of a rent-free room at my immigrant grandparents' house in one of the most pristine neighborhoods in Brooklyn. Eventually, I was forced to confront my own relationship to the qualities I was so adamantly intent on others prioritizing. When my stars aligned with making the leap into Latin America in late 2010, I was bursting with pride and elation, feeling nominated by life to take the adventure of all adventures into the wild. My first episode in the tropical rainforest lasted 20 excruciating months between 2011 and 2012. I stepped into that story as a muscle-bound, swag-driven 31-year-old man with a considerable appetite for excess. I had a litany of transgressions in my past that my state of mind in those days would not allow me to fully integrate into my worldview and how I related to people. My saga in the mountain pueblo taught me several potent life lessons that were a one-way street of change and growth. I learned that nothing is the result of itself. No object, possession, ability, relationship, group, organization, or belief system is able to appear out of a vacuum, devoid of influence from other groups, cultures, and time periods of history. I learned that the throne of power is vulnerability. How easy is it to delude oneself into thinking we are only our strong and smart qualities when we're on a roll? How many of us spend a significant portion of our lives using the positivity in us to conceal the shadow self? When we decompartmentalize, we downgrade the power social engineers have over us to project our own disowned qualities onto the next person, group, or culture. I learned that in the physical world, there is no such thing as independence. The products in front of our noses every day of the year have a long, complex history of origin, crossing paths with a multitude of people and places. How many of those people hail from ideologies supposedly in opposition to our own? The non-stop suffering of certain seasons of my story in the rainforest imparted alchemical tools to evolve beyond the limitations of an egocentric worldview and lifestyle. My struggles ultimately yielded a way of engaging life that gave me a chance to overcome a lifelong relationship to negativity. I hope that helps you to maintain your hope and conviction to at least face one more day of strife, uncertainty, scarcity, and existential stress, with hope that tomorrow things will actually get better. Thank you.